Hi guys, and welcome back to my course. In this video, we will learn about CSS modules. Components are modular and independent. Having global styles adds a dependency between different components. To make components truly independent, we need to also make style classes scoped locally to the component. This is where CSS module comes into picture. It creates a local scope for the CSS classes. It makes our components completely independent and saves our application from all the troubles of global classes. So what happens is a unique class name is created for all the classes that we write in the CSS module files using the file name, class name, and a random hash value. For example, if you look at this image, we've got a CSS module files. So inside that file, we've got a class heading. Then on the right hand side, we've got a compiled CSS file where this class name is converted to app underscore heading underscore and some random hash value. This compilation or this conversion is done by a CSS modules compiler. So just to reiterate, so whatever classes we write in the CSS module files are converted to local classes or unique classes. And this unique class is created by combining the file name with the class name and a random hash value. So how would you write the class name in a JSX code? Would you write app underscore heading underscore the hash as the class name? No, you wouldn't. The CSS modules compiler also creates a JavaScript object where all the original classes are mapped to the modified names. This object is what we will be using inside our components to add classes to React elements. So how do we use the CSS modules feature? So when you're building a React app using create React app, it automatically installs the CSS modules for you. So to enable it, you don't need to install a new package or anything like that. So let's try creating a CSS module file. But before we do that, let's check our current component. So we've got a blog card and we've got a blog card.css file. So the CSS file has all the code for our blog card.js or our blog card component. So to create a CSS module file, you can simply create a file with extension .module.css. This .module tells React that this is a CSS module file and it is handled differently than a normal CSS file. So let's create a new file here. So let's say blog card.module.css. We're writing blog card because the component name is blog card and it makes sense to give it this name, but you can give it anything you like. But this part needs to be there. .module.css for React to know that this is a CSS module file. Let's save it. Let's copy all the code from our normal CSS file and put it here. Okay, so now we have created a CSS module file, but how to use it? Well, you can simply use the import keyword. So coming back to our blog card component. So here import followed by an object name, let's say classes, followed by from, followed by the relative path of this file. So // because this blog card.module.css file is right next to our blog card.js file. So blog card.module.css. Now here you have to mention the entire name along with the extension. So you skip extensions only when you're working with JavaScript files. And we can get rid of this CSS file. So let's save it. So coming back here, and as you can see, all the styles are gone and these don't look like cards. So if I bring back the normal CSS file, so this is how they look. So we've got some card-like structure here. Okay. So we've imported our CSS module file, and to use it or to write a class, you can simply do classes dot followed by whatever class name you gave here. So let's give it a try. So instead of class name string, this would be curly braces because we're using objects now and it's a JavaScript feature. So classes dot blog card. So this name over here, let's save it and coming back. And as you can see, the styles are back. We've got these cards. So if you change anything here, let's change the background color. Let's make it light blue. So as you can see, all my cards go light blue. So that's how you create a CSS module file and that's how you use it. Now, if I inspect this card, so if you notice here, we are seeing these different class names. So we've got block card, underscore, block card, double underscore, and a hash value. So block card is the file name. The second block card is the class name, and this last one is a random hash value. So if I change this to new block card, and of course, we'll have to use the same name over here. Let's save it. Let's inspect it again. And now, as you can see, we've got block card, which was the CSS module file name, underscore the class name, which is new block card, double underscore followed by the hash value. So there's no magic happening here. So all it does is it just creates a unique name for your classes so that it doesn't clashes with any other class name in your application. All right, so coming back here. Now again, this import name can be anything. You can call it styles or whatever else you like, but classes make sense, so that's why we use it as classes. And that's all for today. I hope this gave you a better understanding of CSS modules, but if you have any doubts or queries, feel free to drop a comment below or reach out to me on Twitter. I'll add my Twitter handle in the description below. See you in the next video. Bye and take care.